What's up, Smokey?
How you doing?
We're right here with Smokey, you guys, from Jumper Farms. Um, Earlier, Smokey, I posted a little quick video, or the one where I asked you about favorite bloodlines and stuff like that. It was a little bit kind of give people an idea of the interview that was coming, and I had a lot of you guys send some questions in, and some of you guys did really good. So we're gonna ask Smokey some of these questions, and hope you're ready, Smokey. These are gonna be. You ready? Here we go. We're gonna start off with a basic one. Why Smokies? Why they call you Smokey?
Well, I never smoked, and there's another guy named James, and they call him Smoke. So when Johnny used to take me home when I was a kid, and they used to call him Smokey, but his name was James also. So that Johnny just carried it over.
You just carried over, so it just stuck with you, huh?
Yeah.
That's cool, man. We did a little bit about the birds, but your favorite cross. We had somebody ask also, well, what your favorite cross is at the time right now.
As time right now, you probably have to go with the radio Hatch,
Okay.
or the radio Kelso, or the radio Grace. They are solid as they come. But everybody got their own opinion.
True. Very true.
Johnny used the radio Grays, the radio Kelso, and the radio Hatchet probably 30, 40 years.
And what do you guys do? You use both Radio Rooster and Radio Hands and vice versa, or what?
Vice versa.
Vice versa. Does you don't see much of a difference whether you use?
Sometimes you use the males hatch rooster. They come darker and they more aggressive.
Okay. Okay. And when you do it the other way around,
They're more relaxed and
a little bit lighter color.
lighter color, and they perform a little different.
Okay. Cool. And a big one. A lot of people ask this: the Aseels, because a lot of people. There's a lot of stories out there about the bulls and this and that, but some people just want to know, how did the Aseels get here with you guys?
Well, Johnny had got one from a guy from Sunset back in them days. And Kerry Robinson went here, and they brought it back. And we put it in the carcass for a couple of days. And we decided, gonna see what he do. And we got one of the Doc Robinson roosters out. And that day, it was really bad for the Aseel.
It was a bad day for the Aseel.
But in time, we bred the Aseel, we bred to the Kelso chickens. Johnny bred 1, 2, the out and out and right nose, and they was perfect. You could not believe the percentage-wise. And after that, we always just bred the Aseels, and as today, we still raise the Aseels. Also, Mr. Jerry Wallace gave Johnny grandson a trio, and we had Aseel, so we kept them 2 separate and combined 1 together.
Okay, cool. So blended up some Aseels right there.
Right, from 2 different generations, 2 different farms.
Cool. This one kind of leads up to that. What are the most expensive birds on the farm?
It's the Aseels.
The Aseels, right? Yeah. Taking a little bit back, who introduced you to game fowl?
Well, when I was a kid, we had chickens. We had farms. We had a farm, so we had chickens. And Johnny just lived a couple hundred yards from when we raised. So, and I could have picked other hobbies to do. I had drove trucks sometime part-time, off-season. And, I could have drove locomotive if I wanted to. But somehow, it's always the chickens. Always.
See, that's another one. They asked, why the roosters? So, like you said, you had other options.
I had other options, but when you get attached to something, it's hard to get rid of.
Yeah, and I mean, you've been doing this, I've
been doing this since I was 12 years old.
12 years old.
And I'm 56 years old now, so you're looking at almost 44 years
doing this,
doing this.
man.
But you got to love what you do.
Yeah, see, a lot of people I feel like right now, especially now, like they're coming into the rooster scene, the rooster, world, and I feel like they think it's a little easy. Okay, what can you, some advice you can give some of these people that are starting off?
It's nothing easy, nothing. I mean, if you're gonna get in the poultry business, you're gonna have to spend money to get what you want. Good, something good.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like if you go ahead and buy a Cadillac, or you go out there and buy a Dodge, expect to get price of a Dodge for a Cadillac, it's not gonna happen. You're gonna get what you pay for.
Yep. And a lot of people, like a lot of the the younger generation, they don't see that, or I feel like they don't really see it. Where
Well, the younger generation is different compared when I was coming up. Now they think everything is easy in life. It's just not. And it's getting rougher and rougher every day.
yeah.
I mean, the chicken business is never gonna be easy. Never gonna be easy. Because that's a 7 days week job.
Yeah, honestly, I see it here. I see it when I come over and I get to see it. I mean, I see you guys out there all the time, and there's always something to do.
It's always something to do on a chicken ranch.
Always something to do. That is
You
for
do
sure.
enough to get by to the next day and start over.
Yeah.
But you never get done.
What do you see the biggest difference is right now from like 30 years ago, the game file from 30 years ago, and the game file from now?
30 years ago compared to today, it's like night and day. Because 30 years ago, you had all the big guys. There wasn't no youngsters. There was the old generation, and they knew what they were doing. It can be your day today, somebody else next time, somebody else next time. It was never, nobody ever won week after week after week after week after. The old generation had better quality than this generation do today.
I mean, without them, without the older generation, like a lot of these birds and bloodlines that are here now, I mean,
Yes.
they kept them. They kept them alive and kept made them better. Some didn't even make it.
Right, but you take the bloodlines of the older generation 30 years ago compared to today. The older generation bloodline is still carrying on good. And, just like I know,
Mm-hmm.
I can get something from you, from your line, and I'm going to breed it to something of mine. Then somebody else come and ask me for some, I'm going to give it to them,
And then they gonna breed it to something
and they're
else.
going to breed it to something else. So when it's all done and said, you only may have a quarter or an eighth of that blood left.
That they're mentioning.
Right, but they still carrying the same thing.
Got it. Some people say right here, where is your personal stash of birds on the farm?
The whole ranch.
The whole ranch. That's your whole personal stash.
It's no such thing as a personal.
That some people think that
You got this. No,
Yeah.
it's not.
Yeah, there are a lot of people sometimes they think well, you guys have certain spots for certain birds and this and that.
No.
A lot. One thing I notice here when I'm here, a lot of people always say, oh, they want to buy broodcocks. Like, oh, they tell them to sell me your broodcock. And a lot of these people, they don't know that some of your guys' broodcocks are really old, huh?
They are. Some of the broodcocks are 6 years old.
6 years old. Yeah, I've seen some of the broodcocks, and it's like,
Once you lose that blood, once you lose your bloodline, or that bloodline that you want to keep, you can go and get it from one of your friends back, or you can go get it when it's never going to be the same.
That's why it's always good.
It's never going to be the same. So if you got a bloodline, you better keep it solid as you can, because once it's gone from you, you can go get it back from 100 people. It's never, ever going to be the same.
Like you said earlier, they already added something to it.
They add something to it, and the next person get it from you. They add something to it, and the next person, it just goes. It's just like a ladder.
Your biggest or your favorite memory that you have with Mr. Jumper?
Oh, we had some good memories and stuff. like that one day about the Aseel,
About
the Doc Blood, and we had a lot of good memories. And you know, I think about them times now compared to times now, it's totally different in this world.
Yeah, because I mean, when was I mean, Mr. Johnny was doing this what in the 50s already,
He probably doing this early 50s.
early 50s, man. And for it's crazy how you like. I mean, you're talking about early 50s; they were already doing this, and we're sitting right here, 2024, and
Oh, it's a long way different.